Hey guys, DPD here, and we are in Hollywood right now for the Violet Evergarden screening. We got invited by FUNimation. I know nothing about this anime. Lucky knows about it. There was a lot of traffic on the way here. She took a nice nap, so she's kind of drowsy. We're about to go in to go see the movie, and then we'll probably review it after. So, yeah. Hey Drew, what's up?
Two hours later.
Okay, we are now home. What was the movie called? The movie was called
Violet Evergarden.
It was called Violet Evergarden Eternity and the Auto Memory Doll. All right. So, thoughts? I'll go first since I am very unfamiliar with the property. I'm kind of so-so of it. Like, if I were to give it a rating, I would give it like a 5 out of 10. And I know. So the reason why is because first let's talk about things I liked. The animation was really good. The artwork was really fine and detailed. I do like the mix between all the CGI animation and the traditional animation. The only time that the animation kind of felt off was during the dance sequence. There's a dance sequence and I'm constantly looking at like the animation and it kind of starts like losing its quality. But that was the only time. Everything else seemed very good. So when there was a lot of action going on, meaning the dance, the animation kind of faltered. But other than that, it looked really good. The music was really good. I do enjoy some of the funny moments, which there wasn't a lot, but there was some humor involved. I was very unfamiliar with the main character Violet, so I didn't know if things were like hinting to fans or she acted different, and so it was funny to the crowd. For me, it didn't hit me as much, but I did still laugh at some of her quirks and some of the other minor characters. But overall, it's not my cup of tea. By the end of it, I would just like, feels like a filler episode or like something on the side. There should have been more. There was no like conclusion to it. I was waiting for the conclusion. It's not really a spoiler, but like two sisters separate and they want to unite again. You're introduced from the two sisters and there's two halves to the story, and I feel like it never fully melds together. Like I just feel like it's kind of empty, and then I'm just kind of like, so why did I watch all this? It doesn't conclude. Before the screening, Scott, thank you Scott also for inviting us to the screening. Scott was telling the audience before they started the movie that it was a tearjerker. I didn't think so. She cried like 3 times though. Well, maybe it was like 4 times. She cried quite a few times in the movie. I wish I could just turn on my camera, but I didn't want to, like, you're not supposed to turn on cameras during movies and stuff. But yeah, I thought it was okay. I do feel like if you are a fan of Violet Evergarden, you'll probably enjoy it a lot. I thought it was alright. You enjoyed it a lot, so tell them what you thought about the movie.
So, I have seen Violet Evergarden, like the anime series. Like the original anime series is gorgeous, it's amazing, it's like beautiful. But basically how it's kind of played, every episode is a different story. And with this one, it's kind of similar. Like they had the two halves of like each of the sisters, and you get like kind of like, if it were to be split into episodes, the first half would be one of the sisters and then the second half would be the other sister.
When you say like episodic, you mean like each episode kind of has its own storyline within the bigger storyline, right?
So like, yeah, it's obviously focused on Violet and like her growth as a character, but each episode was like a new person she wrote a letter for, or like, you know.
Gotcha.
That kind of thing.
Okay.
I think it was maybe a 7 out of 10. It was good, but because in each of the episodes a new person came in, these two characters felt like a personality that's already been introduced in like the original anime series. It's obviously not the same, but it's too similar that I just thought like it didn't feel unique. It didn't feel like a new story. It felt like a story maybe kind of changed just to make it like kind of like different. You think like a rendition of it's
a rehashing of the same story with just minor changes.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're gonna make a movie that's based off of a television series, you need to make this completely stand out. Especially for cartoons, you need the animation to look more crisp. You need a story that's more grander in scope. At least this is what I think. Like, if you're gonna make a full-length feature film and put it in theater as opposed to having it just be another 3-episode part of the anime, I feel like it needs to stand out. It needs to be a big deal, and that's what I felt was missing. Because I haven't even seen the anime, and I feel like it just feels like another another chunk.
Yeah, it felt like another episode. The way they cut it just felt like, oh, there's gonna be another episode after this. But obviously there wasn't because of the end of the movie.
Yeah.
It just felt like they made 2 episodes into 1 movie kind of thing. It wasn't bad. I loved it. The animation's beautiful. The songs are still beautiful, but I just think could have been better.
Yeah.
I still loved it. I still cried a lot, and I still got touched. But
if you're a Violet Evergarden fan,
I think
you'll still enjoy it. As a fan, you're like, oh, cool, more Violet Evergarden. Violet seemed like a side character in this too. I thought the movie was just gonna be all about her, and it was gonna be this huge history lore about her. It's the movie. You're gonna, you know, and I thought it was gonna be focused on her, but that's why it was focused on the 2 sisters. And Violet was just more like a side character, and even the guy with the stilettos.
Benedict.
Yeah, Benedict. It was like the first part was about one sister and then Violet, and the second part was about Benedict and the other sister. I don't know when if this is gonna be released on. So the movie actually comes out in theaters on February 17th. So it's about 2 weeks from now. I do think it's gonna have some screenings in the US, but it's gonna be very, very, very limited. If you're in Japan though, the movie comes out on the 17th of February. Check it out if you're a Violet Evergarden fan, or check it out if you want to watch some really wholesome anime.
Wholesome.
I wouldn't see it again.
Wow.
Yeah,
you should watch the anime. I need to get you to watch the anime.
Okay, we'll maybe watch that. Anyways, that's it. Okay, bye.
Bye.